What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Now that we know the Tech Perfect Cell will get an Extreme Z Awakening coming up, I think it was announced a few days ago. My guess is, since it is the end of May when it's going to be released, it'll probably be next Thursday or Friday, which is coming up, in probably 5 or 6 days. So that's my guess anyway. So because of that, I want to go ahead and cover how this guy is currently versus, how he will be when the Extreme Z Awakening becomes available. So let's go ahead and cover the stats a little bit, and we'll go ahead and get started. The leader skill, he does have Tech type +3 key, attack increase of 3,000. I'm guessing he'll get the +3 key and then 70% increases for Tech types like the other units that got Extreme Z Awakened. Solar Kamehameha will cause supreme damage to enemy. Passive skill, he's got the nuking ability, attack and defense increase of 12% for every key sphere collected. My guess is for the Extreme Z Awakened version, I think they might factor in some regeneration aspects, like add HP recovery as part of that nuke per key collected. That's my guess anyway. Alright, so Link skills, he's got Revival, that'll add +2 key. Messenger from the Future will increase attack by 500. Big Bad Bosses will add attack and defense increase of 25% when HP is 80% or below. Kamehameha will add 2,500 when super attack is launched. Attack of the Clones +1 key. Ultimate Life Form +2 key. Fierce Battle increases attack by 15%. Currently he only falls into one category, which is the Resurrected Warriors, which will be the team that he's currently going to be on for this video. Max stats, HP 16,232. Attack is 15,992, defense is 13,034, 12 key multiplier is 140%. Alright, so for this video's purposes, you're going to see him linked up for the most part with the physical type Kid Buu, just because Kid Buu does provide 50% increase to attack and defense for all allies if HP is 80% or above. So when the Big Bad Bosses activates, I'll switch over and link him up with other units like Metacooler and whatnot. So like I said, for the most of this video, you're going to see him linked up with Kid Buu just to kind of maximize the damage output. I did include the Super Saiyan Bardock and Gokua, which both of them are orb changers, so it'll make it a little bit easier to have Perfect Cell kind of collect key as much as possible to maximize the attack and defense increase. Then Gokua will convert, agility key to strength key, and then Bardock will convert the strength key over to the tech key. So that'll probably work out pretty well. And honestly, I have no idea what the stats are going to be with this guy Extreme Z Awakened. Like I said, the only guess I can make is they'll probably factor in some sort of regeneration component where it just kind of makes sense for me. I mean, if they, like his stats, his passive skill of 12% for attack and defense increase per key collected will probably go up to, 15 or 20%. And then I think they're going to add an HP percent recovery rate to that. It's part of that package. Percent wise, I don't even know, anywhere from 5 to 10% maybe, but your guess is as good as mine at this point. So we're going through Boss Rush stage 4 or 5. I think, 5. Just kind of go through it and see how he does against, somewhat newer type bosses. That way it'll give you kind of a relative comparison as to, prior to the EZA versus after the, Extreme Z Awakened, see how much of a difference it actually made. And for the Extreme Z battle for this guy, it's going to require the future category, which is the physical type future Gohan. That'll be the Dokkan Festival exclusive coming up. That'll be the category lead for that. So yeah, I mean, it's going to make it easier if you have the new upcoming future Gohan for it, but hopefully they have like alternative options of being able to clear it. It's obviously going to be a tech type, so the intelligence types are going to have advantage over that. Who knows? Maybe it'll be, maybe it'll allow for super intelligence types to be able to make it through it. We'll see how it goes, I guess. And I'm not even sure how often players actually use this guy still. I mean, he does pretty decent on a Resurrected Warriors category. Probably can't really see any other team setups except for Extreme Tech that he would really apply, which brings to my point that they really need to get like an Android Saga, not Android Saga, but we either like combine Android and Cell Saga into one, or just have the Android Saga and also the Cell Saga. Like, I mean, in the manga and series, like those two sections were pretty key timelines within the manga itself. So I'm kind of surprised they haven't rolled it out yet, but it'll definitely happen. There's definitely going to be an LR version of Perfect Cell. I definitely see that happening. Just a matter of when. But I don't know. With type-wise, it would. I'm trying to think about what type would be the best for an LR version of Perfect Cell, and I don't know. I think Extreme Physical type would be a good option for that. Other than that, I mean, maybe. I could see the Tech type, but since this guy is getting an Extreme Z Awakened, that wouldn't make sense for an LR version to have the same attribute. So I don't know. I really think it'll be a physical type. Besides that, I could maybe see Strength type, but more than likely, my guess would probably be Extreme Physical type would be what LR Perfect Cell would be. I don't know. Let me know if that makes sense. If you disagree, let me know what kind of setup he would be. So I think HP is 80%, below 80%. Well, he fully recovered there, so at least the Metacooler is providing 30% toward the attack. The one thing I would like to see upgraded for the Extreme Z Awakened Perfect Cell, at least for the tech version, is switch up the link skills a little bit. I think there could be opportunities for this guy to link up much more efficiently with other units right now. I mean, you're only looking at big bad bosses in Fierce Battle, mainly as the link skills that provide an attack boost. So it is an easy A, and it doesn't require 18 keys to get an ultra attack. So I think they should shift a little bit from the key links and provide more attack or defense type link skills. I think it would make more sense for them to do that. It's just my personal preference. I guess we'll see what happens when it actually rolls out. I remember when this guy first came out, he was such a powerful unit, like the equivalent of almost like the Strength Gogeta when he first showed up, and the leader skill of +3 key and attack increase of 3000 was a pretty significant leader skill at the time too. I mean, a lot of people actually ran these types of units as lead back then, so it just kind of tells you how much things have changed, I guess, a little bit. I think with the rollout of like 70% leads with the +3 key and then the potential system, the combination of those two really changed the mechanics a little bit of the game. Like it pretty much made these leader skill types pretty much obsolete, and the 70% was replaced with the 120% type leads, and then we had the categories that rolled out, and then that shifted things a lot. So It's a continuing to evolve process, and it's just going to change and continue to change. But it's almost like, okay, well, how high is the HP attack and defense percentage increase going to go up to? Like eventually you're going to see a 200% lead at some point, and it's just going to be crazy. But the nice adjustment they did make, and I do give them props for that, is like Extreme Z battles that allow for Extreme Z Awakenings and then Dokkan Awakenings for much older units. It's a good way to bring the outdated units back. And for example, the other video I did for the Strength Super Saiyan God Goku, I mean, he was pretty much obsolete. Like, he really was, and he got a massive improvement with the Dokkan Awaken. So it's nice to see really old units have a purpose to be used on a team now. So definitely a nice feature, and we'll see how this Extreme Z Awaken for Perfect Cell is. I mean, I can't really take a guess as to what kind of stats increases we'll see, like in terms of the super attack and passive skills. Like the super attack is definitely gonna get revamped. He's only got supreme damage right now, so we'll definitely see what happens with that. Alright, well, that was the quick showcase of this guy, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.